If they make you question your reality, run. If you start apologizing for things you didn't do, run. If you feel smaller every time you try to love them, you're not in love. You're in danger. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The closer a thing is to reason, the closer it is to freedom." But when you're caught in a narcissist's orbit, reason fades, and confusion becomes your new normal. They don't start with cruelty. They start with charm. They study your light. Then slowly, they dim it. At first, they make you feel seen, admired, chosen. It feels almost divine. But that's the trick. They mirror your values, your softness, your empathy. They don't love you. They love the way your light makes them look. And when you start to trust them, they shift. The praise turns to criticism. The warmth turns to cold silence. They withdraw just enough to make you chase. That's the first red flag. When love starts to feel like a test. The narcissist's greatest weapon isn't anger, it's distortion. They twist your words, your memories, your emotions, until you start apologizing for things you never did. You'll explain yourself endlessly. You'll overthink every text, every tone, every pause. And the moment you start doubting your sanity, they've won. Epictetus warned, if someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit. In modern words, they can't control you, unless you hand them the key. Here's the hardest truth. They don't need to change for you to heal. You need to leave to remember who you are. You keep thinking if you just love them right, they'll soften. But narcissists don't want peace. They crave chaos, because it keeps them in control. They will accuse you of what they're doing. They will make you feel guilty for setting boundaries. They will call your silence cold, and their cruelty love. The Stoics would call this madness of attachment, clinging to what poisons you, because you fear the silence of being alone. So what do? You detach with discipline. You don't argue with a storm, you walk out of the rain. You don't beg a fire to stop burning, you stop standing in it. In Stoicism, peace is not found by fixing others, it's found by mastering your own reactions. If they lie, you see it. If they twist your truth, you walk. No revenge, no pleading, no dramatic exit, just silence. Calm, distance. Because the moment you stop reacting, they lose all power. When you leave a narcissist, you don't just walk away from a person, you walk back to yourself. At first it feels lonely, empty, like withdrawal from a drug. But then you remember, peace used to feel like this. You'll start hearing your own thoughts again. You'll start recognizing your reflection, and you'll realize you were never too much. They were simply too small to hold you. Seneca once wrote, "Fire tests gold, adversity tests the brave. Let this be your fire. Let it purify you, not destroy you." So tell me, are you still waiting for them to change? Or are you ready to run toward the version of you that never needed saving?